Hey guys, it's Matt with ContractorHUB. I'm going to show you a little bit today inside the platform and creating a new employee in the system. There's a couple different ways to do it. You can either import a spreadsheet from a template that we can give you, or you can import them and create them manually. So naturally, the easiest way to do it is if you already have a CSV or Excel file of a employee list with all of their contact information, you can just upload it here. What you do want to make sure is that you download that template and just see all the fields that we're going to have available for you to input. So make sure that that CSV or Excel is fully populated with as much info as you have, so we can actually put that info in automatically for you. So that's the first way. And if you go through, it'll just walk you through a process of mapping the columns to the right fields. Once you can either do the import or you can create a new employee. Now, in order to create a new employee, you always need to know you need to have a position created for that employee. So it's important to have the position created first so you can then assign that employee to the position. So in this instance, we're going to go ahead and create a new employee because I've already got positions created. Now, if we need a new user account, then we can create a user account. So if this user needs, or if this employee needs to log into ContractorHUB and have access, we would create it with a new user account. That will incur an additional user license, whether it's a CRM license or a license for the platform itself. We'll have that ability to select if you create that new user account. You can assign an existing user if somebody already has access, but they don't yet have an employee record, or you can say no user account if we just need to track information about this employee. So this would be, we want to put their, contact information, payroll, workers' comp information, all that in. So we're going to say no user account on this specific one. So we're going to put somebody in here for John Smith. I always recommend that you put as much information as you have on that person. Add ContractorHUB.app 65780 and you'll notice if there are extra digits or anything, you should get validation rules. It won't let you proceed. Now we can select, again, that role or position. So this account already has all these created in here. So maybe this person might be an estimator. They're in the production department, or they could be in the admin department, depending on however you structure it. You can create all these departments as well. What type of employment? Are they full or part-time? And whoever their manager is. So say their manager on this one is Michael Chen. So again, make sure that you create from the top of your org chart down when you're creating employees. Assign an employee number, that's optional. Are they currently active, on leave, or terminated? And then what their hire date was. You can then select their compensation. Again, this is all optional information. You can skip this for now. However, if you do want to add this, this is going to be beneficial for future when we're running reports on payroll and things like that. So we can see when their pay period is. Are they paid weekly? Are they paid a salary or overtime? So on and so forth. We can then continue, and now you have the ability to select a workers' comp code based on your trade. So if you're a roofer, you're going to see a bunch of different workers' comp codes that you can select. These are going to be really important when generating the workers' comp audit and general liability audit report when that audit season comes up for you. So then we can just create that employee. Once you create that employee, as long as you assigned a manager to them, they are going to populate into the org chart. So we're going to go in here and we're going to see this estimator, John Smith, that we just created now shows up under Michael Chen. So we have that ability to just be able to do that. Now, if you don't assign an employee to a manager, they will pop up down here. It will say unassigned, and I'll show you just a quick example of that. So if we go back into that employee record, and we are going to unassign the manager from that record. I'm just going to delete their manager and hit submit. Now we'll go back to team management and look at the org chart again. Now, if I scroll down, not connected to the chart. So if you don't assign the manager or you don't have that manager created, you don't have to stop creating the employee. You just would need to go back into the org chart, click the user that's not assigned, and then assign that to a user. You just type who the user's name is, it will auto-populate and assign. Now that will then reload on the org chart and that person will go right back. Again, each user will have accountabilities and deliverables applied to them, but that will be set up during the position process. So you can just be able to log in and see who is accountable for what and what deliverables they have to have. So, but again, that's set up during the position. We'll do that in another video. So that's about it. That's setting up a new employee in the system and how to set it up and what you need to do. If you have any questions, reach out to customer success, or feel free to just shoot us a message. Of course, we've got the support window if you need any support, or you can chat with us directly on the chat. We can hit support, and you'll notice when we're online, if you want to enable messages, we can chat back and forth on here. So that's about it. Have any questions? Just give us a shout. Thanks so much.